Is this your first time doing it?
No, I already did it once with Nick.
That's true. You already did
But
it once.
I don't do that so often. So I need to train in case he got knocked off by up there.
In case I get knocked off by a bear, then you can help
Change
us
the
out
tire.
and change the tire.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have a problem with this thing. It's stupid.
Why?
Because it keeps moving when I need to raise
Yeah,
it.
that's the bit annoying part.
But camp
Yeah, great.
flexibility pays off. Hey, this is Next Meridian. We are Nick and Mathilde, and we left everything behind to travel the world with our Land Rover Defender albatross. 3 years, 7 continents, 88 countries, and just the road as a home. Last week, we traveled through the north of Finland and reached the beginning of the Lakeland region. This week, we continue our crossing of the Lakelands and go meet some Finnish friends, just before jumping in the ferry for Germany. Through the heart of Finland, this is the topic of this episode. So this is Lakeland Finland. At every corner, you find great camping spots. So for example, this one, look, they put like the fire pit, a table. There's some little cabins, there's some wood over there if you need to make a fire, and there's even a boat that you can borrow, and you have the paddles over there. So that is what is Lakeland Finland. I don't think we had mentioned that the wild camping spots here in Finland are absolutely amazing. Wild camping in Finland is protected by the Jokamiehoikeudet, or everyman's right. It's a right to roam for recreation, hiking and camping. So in private or public land, as long as you respect a few basic rules, you would be allowed to camp and stay just for one night. We never struggle to find a place. And in Finland, they've done that so well that you have those public spaces available for anyone with fire pit, a boat, a wooden deck, a little cabin, even a sauna with reserves of woods or anything else. Just make sure you leave it as you found it. Let us show you some of our favorite camp of that week.
Look how insane this is. There's like a table, wood, covered shelter, window with the view on the lake. They leave a little book so that you can sign on it. And here, look, little view of the lake. There's wood already cut up. They left the saw, I saw it, and an axe. No, they left cut. What is that? They left a hammer, the knife. There's a fireplace, more benches, a river. This is why it's really loud. And then down there, the lake. And up here, it looks like there's a little rest house which people can go and relax in. Look at that. I mean, it's insane. It's so good.
After a long and unsuccessful day at fishing, we got 2 small perch, and Nick is trying to get one more, and I think we're going to eat after that because it's already quite late. So we're not going to eat it tonight. So we're taking the meat of the fish so that we can make a lunch with it tomorrow lunch. It's going to be great.
So 2 hours and a half of fishing brings us to how much fish?
This much fish. This is Lake Sama. It's the largest lake in Finland and the 4th largest in Europe, I feel. And there's 14,000 islands on the lake. So it's a great holiday place. People sail on it, they have cabins, it looks very nice, but it's a sea, like it's an entire sea. We've been asked what is our technique to find nice wild camping spot. Usually we use Google Maps satellite imagery. In Finland it was very easy and there was a lot of spots, so we would just, find spot along the road, follow some mud tracks and find nice places. Otherwise, when it's more urban areas, we tend to use help with the apps Park4Night, that is very good in Europe, and Overlander we heard is great for other continents.
Our bivouac spot for the night, we found it just randomly like this, looking on some little side islands of around this big lake of Suomi, and so this is where we are. Big lake we can fish from easily, full sun, sleep here, shower. I think this is where they make the boats come in, cook and carry. We'll sit here on this table.
Last night was a historic night for Next Meridian because it's the first night since the departure for the world tour that we didn't put the diesel heater. We woke up under the sun and it was not cold at all. So diesel heater is going to save us a few kilometers on our refill of diesel, which is good, and it's also a bit more silent, so great achievement.
As we left Lakeland, we headed east to meet some Finnish friends of Nicola's mom, who owned a farm toward Tampere. On the way, we got rainy weather, so it gave us time to do some preparation. Yes, because you might have forgotten, but it was already at the end of this week that we were due to travel to Germany to get the car ready to be shipped to Canada. Small fixes, a lot of cleaning. We really thought it would be a good idea to advance on all this work.
Next week we have to ship the car to Hambourg, and so we're trying to do all the little quick win fixes, and one of them was to already do the big cleaning. The second thing was to fix, we have actually these little lights that you might have seen from a previous YouTube or on Instagram. We have these little lights that we have on the ceiling of our car, and the two little metal cables are super fragile, so they broke, and so we would look for someone who could weld them back together. And so I just looked for a garage online that looked pretty small, because usually they're more prone to help. And so we went in there and we met David and his friend Juho, sorry. And David's from Poland, Juho is from Finland, and so they helped us and they gave us a coffee and we had a good chat and everything. They were really nice people, and they let us stay there and fix that little light, and they let us do it for free. So it was really nice of them, and so now the light works. We still have a little few quick wins. We want to clean the air filter out. We want to fix the step that goes into the passenger seat because we bent it and broke it. So we have a few little quick wins like that we want to do, and since here in Finland we're almost towards Helsinki with not much to be doing left, we spend some of the time per day to just quickly fix some of these things, so that when we're in Hamburg we're less stressed and we do the major cleaning and folding and packing.
So we're going to take that time and the opportunity of the bad weather to go spin the tires. So basically we have 5 tires including the spare one, and so we rotate them every 10,000 kilometers, so that it even the usage on each of the tire in different position. So the system is quite simple. The back tire will go at this place, and then this tire will go at this one, and etc, etc, etc. The good thing with the system is that we don't have to think every time. It's always rotating clockwise, so every 10k you change. Nick did the first one and then he showed me how to do it, so I also learned how to do it on myself, like on my own, because you always know in theory but you need to do it to really know how to do it. And then so yeah, we switched all of them, and then Nick cleaned even more the under of the car so that we have still all this mud that came out.
Hey Mathilde, why are we showering?
Because we're meeting people tonight and we were a bit disgusting, so...
We weren't disgusting, we were just a little
dirty
from car cleaning, and that's it. The name says the trash.
Trasharoo? Kangaroo?
Trasharoo! Wow!
Dirty clothes and trash.
Yeah, but that's very clever, and of course
It's our favorite item.
Yeah, it's our favorite.
Outside it's ugly, but it's the best idea.
yes,
Otherwise, where do you put this stuff?
yes,
you know?
exactly, yes.
And you can put your wet shoes here and
Yeah.
you drive, and with the sun they dry, and that's it.
And Katarina, you were talking about small kitchen. You want to see our kitchen? Yeah, that's our kitchen.
Hey, so Matilda, what do you think of the car?
I could live here.
You could live here? Do you want to come with us? No?
Meeting Christina and Katarina was a great moment for us. Specifically related to our travel, it was the first time we actually got the opportunity to visit Finnish people. We just don't meet many people on those tracks and lost in the Lakeland.
There is the building premises, there is the sauna, there is the storage, there is the barn where you keep the animals.
So Christina was explaining that this whole courtyard is the traditional way a farm in Finland would be done, also back in the days. And the sauna is actually back from that time, so 100 years ago. And it would be the first thing that people who settle would build, because it's the one place where you can make a fire, warm and dry. Mothers would give birth in a sauna as well. And then once they set up this, they would set up the other pieces. So the house, the barn, and yeah, other buildings. But the sauna was here long before anything else. I always assumed a sauna was some sort of modern luxury or whatever, but no. It's so puffy.
He's very friendly.
So this breed is from Lapland.
Okay,
It used to be a reindeer herder.
okay. Because they're so
lovable,
cute.
Really lovable dogs, yeah.
He's so excited.
Yeah.
So his name is in Finnish is Välkky, which means the bright one.
The bright one?
Yes. He's quite bright.
Are they expecting something?
So the names are from politicians?
No. Most of from Nepal, it has been namaste, namaskar,
Disney princesses.
Aurora.
He's the local breed, and then there's some of the other brown ones are the Asia.
Okay.
And then there is somewhere some of the brown ones, couple of the brown ones which are the Jersey. But I don't know them from behind. I have to see the face.
With Christina, Katarina, and Matilda, we got to ask all our questions. We spent hours discussing Finn's relationship with nature, the extreme respect for rules, the Finnish education system that is ranked best in the world. And again, one day with people from the country, and the observations of the past 2 weeks suddenly made a lot of sense. Thank you so much, Christina, for having us. And thank you, Katarina and Matilda, for opening us the doors of your beautiful farm. Hope we see you soon. From the most recent and cool architectural projects of Helsinki to the old town medieval time of Porvoo, you can get a pretty good overview of history and culture in this house. This is the Parliament House of Finland. Massive. And then this is a convention center. We have the train station behind there, and I think somewhere here is the Museum of Contemporary Art. I think it's this one, the one with the construction. Plein de petites doses. T'as vu tous les fish? Il y a du bear salami. This is a reindeer kebab and a moose pie. Wow. Nick, you going to fish something like this?
Promise, I'll fish it one day. Hey, what are you having for lunch?
I have 3 different types of fish, including famous Finnish salmon, delicious. And then there's new potatoes, they're also very good, very soft.
Me, I've got moose meatball, reindeer sausage, potatoes, mix of vegetables.
Here at the food market, it's a bit like the wild, you need to defend your plate against seagulls. They're like coming around, flying over you, just to steal your food. I see you.
Little Finnish pastry break. Nick got a blueberry pie, I have a cinnamon roll, and we have this Finnish specialty. We cannot remember the name ever, so we'll put it in written. How is it?
Yeah, it's good. Super sugary.
Welcome to Porvoo. So
So we checked information about Porvoo. The city is thought to have been established in 1347, more or less, and there's actual text talking about it from 1380. And it makes Porvoo the second oldest known town and like preserved town of Finland after Turku. So it's super nice because you have a lot of those traditional wood buildings that are still up and that you can still see, and so it's like wood constructions dating back from medieval time. Interesting.
Yeah.
So lunch is ready and we are going to eat front row in Porvoo. And we are leaving Finland officially. Say goodbye to Finland.
Bye bye, Finland.
Bye bye, Finland.
So, first of all, we only got recliner seats, which are these seats here. They actually look like old airplane seats. They even have like the little cigarette ports on the left, which really was what the old airplanes had. Anyways, this is our room. Technically, recliner seats. There's no one except for one German lady here. But we were sleeping on the ground here. And you know what the best part is? So we have a big room, technically, almost all for us. There's a shower, sauna, hot tub. Thing is, you need a towel. So I asked the bar and they're like, no, I'm sorry, you cannot have a towel. So I was like, I'm sure I'm gonna find one. So then I went around and I saw a cleaning lady and I was like, hey, can I get a towel? And she's like, you can find it in your cabin. I was like, yeah, I know, but I don't have a cabin. I want to have these seats here and I don't have a towel, but I want to go into the sauna. She's like, oh yeah, no problem, I'll give you a towel. So we got towels, but here, since we have 30 hours of boat, honestly.
I'm filming quickly. So you have showers, the cold hot tub that does like this, and then the sauna. Isn't it amazing? This week, as we got the opportunity to be in contact with more Finnish people and to visit some of the urban areas, we understood more the country. In next week's episode, we prepared a car for its shipment to Canada. If you enjoyed the journey, it's only the beginning. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you next week and take care. I was looking for Nick around and I think I found him. I think he's bored from the boat.